threats of Solana actually going to zero and the very foundation of DeFi being broken right in front of our eyes. Guys, you don't want to miss this episode. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we are going to be looking at the current market and all of the latest news in the crypto space. So do make sure you are subscribed and like the video. And today we are just gonna go for a chill episode. We're just gonna, we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna take it slow and we're gonna take a look at everything and grab a cup of coffee. Let's get into it. So as for right now, Bitcoin has been doing pretty well. We're looking at $21,000 and 140. Ethereum doing pretty good as well. More than 1.1k. Very good to see. All of the other coins as well doing pretty good over the last 24 hours. We are seeing increases of between 5 to 10% for almost every coin, for the altcoins as well as Bitcoin. We are looking at even good returns over the last hour, and even the last 7 days look a lot more green. So absolutely still a very bearish market, and obviously this is 7 days after the big tumble of minus 30-40%, but looking a lot better, guys. And let me see, scroll down to Solana. Where are you? There you go. Solana is actually looking pretty good. We're going to be talking a lot about Solana today, but as you can see, over the last 24 hours it grew by more than 16%, and over the last 7 days it got back 33% of its value in the last hour with a 3.5%. So that is very interesting to see. Cardano finally reaching that 5 cent. Very happy with that, actually. Very personally happy with that. And yeah, I think that's about it for the current stats of the coins. Very surprised to see everything going up again. Let me know down below in the comments if you expected this. I certainly did not, but everything seems to be going pretty well. Let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Yesterday I talked about how I hoped that it would go up again with a higher number. Unfortunately not, but we did not go down either, so we are still at a 9. So definitely still in an extreme fear market, but it feels like we're kind of improving, you guys. What do you think? Well, at least there you go. Extreme fear at a 9. So very volatile, yet still very, very red. But we're gonna see what it does, you guys. We're gonna see. As for LinkedIn, the article that I started with, big news. We're talking about Solana possibly going down all the way to 0. Now, how and why? Let's get into the article real quick. All eyes are on the wallet below, who is putting the Solend protocol at risk. And then we have a screenshot of the wallet. I'll get to that in a bit. Solend protocol algorithmic decentralized protocol for lending and borrowing Solana over 1 billion in deposits. Take note of the decentralized part, as that is the joke of the month. So Mr. Whale, the person with that wallet, has borrowed 108 million in stablecoins against 170 million worth of Solana as collateral. Nothing wrong with that. And then he says, I've highlighted it, and then we can see that over here. I'll try and zoom in on it a little bit. All right. So you can pause the video if you want to take a look at that. Anyway, their liquidation price when a Solana gets dumped is $22.30, which isn't far from the current $32.11 at the time of writing. Liquidations are normal, they happen all the time. However, Solend protocol doesn't have the liquidity to absorb such a sell-off. Secondly, the Solana network is an absolute joke. Okay, well, that is not my opinion, that's what he says. And will get congested and potentially shut down again for the 20th time this year. Solana goes down, is FUD, is sell-off, is more liquidations, is Solana to 0. Are you guys following me still? So the Solend team spun up a DAO, however you guys prefer to pronounce it, to take over the funds of Mr. Whale and liquidate him/her. Solend would do that in an OTC, over-the-counter trade, to avoid affecting the market. But yes, you read that right. Solend will control the funds of the whale against his/her wish. And he goes on to say that that is very centralized. Fun fact, this was voted upon by the community. And then he goes on to say that are jokes. wallet below transferred over 1 million tokens, EA voting power, voted for the passing of this proposal, then transferred the tokens out. This accounted for 88% of the voting. So frustrating, but I get it. Big funds have invested heaps of dollars in Solana and don't want to lose that money, so they rig the game. And then he goes on to say that today is not a good day for DeFi and Web3. Very interesting article. I think it's very well explained. Also very visual with a screenshot. He is underlined here. You're currently viewing this wallet. Position actions will not work. See, so that's his wallet. And yeah, so interesting to see. Obviously, Solana is still not trading at zero whatsoever. We just took a look at them. As we can see over here, Solana is absolutely not trading at zero right now. So if the article is right or anywhere near correct, we're gonna have to wait and see, actually. As for right now, Solana is actually booming and doing very well. We're honestly just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Now again, before we continue with the rest of this video, this is an overview. So we are not doing we're not giving any form of financial advice. I am not saying that we're gonna go to zero with Solana. Just looking at the tweets, just looking at the posts, just looking at the market. No financial advice here. All right, moving on. In other news, Ethereum Testnet beacon chain launched and ready for trial merge. Big news from Ethereum. The Solana Testnet is next in line after Rupston to undergo a merge trial run, since its beacon chain is now live and ready to give developers valuable information leading up to the real thing. Now, what is this going to be doing? This should lower the energy consumption of Ethereum down to just 99.9%. Lower it down 99.9%, meaning it would only run on the energy consumption of 0.1% of what it does right now. So that would be really good, especially because criticism on crypto right now is that they have such a bad effect, or sometimes in some cases have a very bad effect on energy consumption and contributing to global warming. So this will be very, very nice. It will be very good. The exact date of the Solana merge has not been determined. Testnet merges are essential for Ethereum developers and independent project developers using Ethereum network to understand what they can expect when the actual merge takes place. Just like on the testnet, the Ethereum mainnet merge will see the entire network transition to POS consensus and should reduce the energy consumption to Ethereum, like I said, by 99.9%. So the entire article is over here on Cointelegraph. Definitely go and check that out yourself if you want. I never go in too much detail. It is usually just a quick, there you go, there you have it. So read it if you want. We are moving on, and I will keep you guys up to date on this story in the next market overview. Then in other news, Celsius repays 10 million DAI to Compound. The troubled crypto lending company paid back 10 million to Compound today in what looks like an attempt to re-establish solvency. The key takeaways are Celsius made a $10 million repayment to Compound Finance today, likely attempting a step towards solvency. Celsius disabled withdrawals, transactions, and swaps 1 week ago. It still has not re-enabled those services. So, no transactions, no withdrawals. They completely shut that down. Pretty huge. The price of Celsius, aka the CEL token, is rising, but likely due to a short squeeze rather than a genuine recovery. So token is rising, but it's not really a good version of it. They are rising because they're being squeezed right now. So it's probably going to have the opposite effect pretty soon. Celsius made significant payment to Compound today as it transferred 10 million of DAI to the latter service. The Etherscan block explorer notes that the firm paid 10 million DAI while also collecting 166 comp, which is the equivalent of $5.2 thousand. Celsius has made a number of other repayments over the past week. As well, in a series of transactions, it has paid 53.6 million DAI to its vault with Oasis protocol, another yield-bearing DeFi platform. So in different words, they are paying back huge sums of money while most of their coin is halting basically all transactions, withdrawals, and swaps. The price is increasing as of right now, but it's likely due to a short squeeze rather than actually the coin doing very well. How this story will progress, we are going to come back later in another edition of the market overview. We do it daily, and we're going to take a look at what this story has done and how the coin is doing tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Alright you guys, today we're going to end the video with the nice fear and greed index on the screen. Take a look at it because, guys, I feel like we might actually be improving, and we might actually stop seeing these completely, totally red dots sometime soon, or at least that is what I hope. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of the support on the content a lot. We all do here at The Digits. So subscribe, notifications, join the Discord, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.